Hey guys, it's me. Remember me? It's been a while. It's Liz from Liz Vista's FlossTube. It's been, let's see, since July 22nd, I filmed a FlossTube and I had so much trouble uploading it. I never could get it to upload. So before that was the 9th of July. So it's been more than a month. And I'm sorry, it's just been stupid crazy and frustrating and everything. So Maggie started kindergarten. This past week was her second week and it's not been going well. She's not transitioning well from preschool to kindergarten. They're having issues getting her to listen, to get her to come in from the playground, to, you know, it's just been a whole big deal. So it's been stressful. And then I usually film on Saturdays. Well, last week we went to a birthday party and I was just exhausted by the time we got home. So I have a whole bunch of whips, and then there's one whip that I literally, my adventure time, I worked on it a week straight. So it's way different than, I don't know if you guys even saw it, because I think that was probably in that last, yeah, you guys haven't even seen it. I'm gonna try to upload that video one more time. I think my mom said some of her friends were having problems with their internet being slower too. I don't know if that's a thing, if maybe that's why. I don't know. It was taking forever to try to upload, and then it would try and it would just never go. It would never finish. It would never get more than like 10% uploaded. So I just gave up. So I'll try to upload it one more time. But I'm gonna go ahead and, I guess, go ahead and show that stuff too. That way I don't forget. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So if I'm looking all the way back from the last video you guys would have seen, I worked on a whole lot of stuff. And I'm not gonna tell you numbers because it's just crazy, but I can at least show you progress. And I'm not going to do the pictures. Maybe I will. I'll go ahead and do the, you know, this is where it was last week. So I think I kept out everything that I've worked on in the past month. One of the things is my DMC anniversary. This, I kind of have it rigged. I'm using the Royal Rose method. I found her on YouTube and it's awesome. It works really well for full coverage, and it works really well with this because it is a printed pattern or a paper pattern, and it's small. So I don't know where it was last time you guys saw it. So here's a picture of where it was last time. And here is where I got to. I think I did maybe 2 more towers, she calls them. So you do it in 2 blocks at a time. So I think maybe since last time I've done 4 blocks. So basically it's just a parking method for full coverage. And it's really nice. I love it. I now have this one. I'm converting my Colossal Octopus to it. My Adventure Time. And a new start for this past week are all using the Royal Rose method. So I made a, I printed the PDF paper pattern And then I made a copy on like cardstock paper that I
Mommy, watch this.
basically blew it up with the
Mommy,
copier. Yeah.
it's not as long as a string.
Yeah, be careful. Hey, watch out. So it's huge but still hard to read.
Mommy.
So I have no problem showing that pattern on here because I know you can't see it because I can hardly see it and it's right in front of me. So that's that one. I have worked on my myths and legends, but not very much. I started the next color and then I just haven't done anything with it. Excuse me, I'm talking. Hey, look out. Look out. Maggie, stop. Stop! You're gonna knock over my stuff. Stop. So I'm not gonna put a picture of this one before because it was just before I had this and I did this little bit of the next color and that's all I did. Maybe 50 stitches, I don't know. But that's the Demeter's Harvest. Yeah. So it's kind of fall colors. I should get this back out. But I've been so obsessed. I've done a lot of work on the Jardin Privé. I just call it my garden sampler. It's 3 different patterns. You buy 3 different patterns and then you can stitch each piece individually, or they give you a way to put them all together in one big pattern. So I'm doing it all as one. I think, I don't know where it was last time. She's just gonna keep coming up here. What?
Can I go to school today?
No, it's Sunday. Sit down if you want to sit down. No? Okay, good.
But Mommy.
Okay. So here's where it was last time I showed it, I think. We went to Splash Park yesterday and I got water in my ear and now my ear hurts really bad. So here's where I got to. So I think last time I hadn't started this block. I just have the flowers. I'm trying to do like color completing each block. And then the big giant one in the middle. And then there's like an alphabet that goes across the bottom. But this is one, I worked on this one like crazy because I love it. It's so pretty and the colors are so pretty and I really like it. And then I got started doing something else and I decided to put it down. So I did a little bit on this, but I think that was, I might have, hold on. Okay, sorry. So this one I think I probably showed in the last video. I can't remember. This is my crazy setup because I have 2 patterns on one frame. So I did work on Santa Quill one day. I put in a whole bunch. I did his whole hat and his foot. It should just be something I grab. But the problem is, if I wanted to take this to work, I only get 15-minute breaks, so I don't get lunches anymore. So generally, I drop Maggie off at school, I drive to work, and I sit in the parking lot for about 45 minutes before I go to work. And I stitch. Problem is, the way this is on the frame, I don't have enough room in my car to hold this one. So this one just has to be a home project. But so that's Santa Quill. and he's awesome, and I really love him, and I want to at least get the bird done. I was trying to get him done that day, and I just couldn't. And then what I call Maggie's Alphabet, which is Stitchrovia. I think it's called Bright Alphabet. I'm trying to do one letter at a time. So that's that one. I'm saving the best for last. Don't run away, because it's gonna be a good one. And then this is the Modern Folk Embroidery. I think this was the 2019 Stitch Along. It's called Hope. And this one I am turning it into a 2-color design instead of a monochrome. And I got Valdani silks. I got green and purple. So I've got this green and then this lovely purple. And then I also am doing some etoile to match. So they're sparkly. Ooh, that's good. So that's what I've been working on. And I worked on it for the past couple days. I took it to work with me, I think Thursday and Friday, and then I worked on it this morning a little bit. I want to do this first block to see how it looks before I make my decision if I'm going to use these silks for something else. Because there's another pattern I got that I think these silks will look good with, but I want to see before I give up on this. Because this is very big, and it's like, I don't know if as much fabric that shows through, if it's going to showcase the silks as much as I want it to. But here is where I got to. Here's where it was. And then here is where I got to. I finished the people. I'm starting like the flowery things. Then there's a big branch that has flowers on it. And then there's birds at the top of this block. So I have I've used my colored pencil to see where I'm going to make, what I'm going to make purple and what I'm going to make green. And I did that for all the blocks. So I went coloring happy. So I want to see, once this block is completely done, to see how it looks with all this background showing. But before I move on to the next one, I wanted to show you this. I meant to show it last time. I made these floss drops just for this project because the Valdani silks come in like a little ball, like a yarn cake, except it's silk floss. And you get like 21 yards. So I measured it out so that I would have the length that I usually use. And this is what I did. I did 2 holes. I made lots of layers of cardstock, so it's nice and sturdy. So that is specifically for this project. What else? Okay. So then I also, I barely even did anything on this. It's almost not worth showing. I figured I would pick up my scissor sampler and do some. So I worked on the butterfly. There's a butterfly right here. Those are his little wings. That's it. I didn't do hardly anything. But I wanted to get something done on it. And then here is the best thing in the world. Oh, well, this one's good too. Hold on. This is a new start. And this is another one that I'm using the Royal Rose method. I saw this pattern in one of the cross stitch magazines and I loved it. And I saved it, like I screen capped it and saved it so I could put it into Pattern Keeper as just like a photo and do the thing, because I love it and I really, really, really want to do it. Well, happened to be on Etsy one day and Stitch Rovia released it. So, boom, I bought that, had to have it. Here's a picture of what it is. I can't think of what it's called. Like, it says beach one place and something else some other place. I don't know. So here's what it looks like when it's done. And here, this is 2, maybe 3 days worth of work. That's the bottom of the bee. So that's like the sand. There's a scuba person, a seashell. It's a long piece, so I'm doing it this way. And then it seems to be working pretty good on this Q-snap. So like I said, this is another one I'm using the Royal Rose method. Normally with Royal Rose, you do 2 10x10 blocks at a time, and then, hold on, okay. So you would do, like, I would do this one, these 2, and then when you park, and then next block down. And if you have to end a thread, you end it this way. So that's why I've got these. These are ended threads. But you would do 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, all the way across. And then you come down, and when you get to your next row, you have all the parked threads are started, so you don't have to start more threads unless they weren't in the blocks above. But since this is only 3 blocks plus a half a block and a half a block, I'm just doing the whole thing and then just parking in the next block over and ending 2 blocks over. But this is really cool. I am so excited for this. And I think I'm going to try to finish it, but I would like to try to finish it for my stepmom, but I don't think it really matters. I don't know if we'll ever get to go down there again to give it to her, but so there's that one. Okay, real quick, popping in because I did work on the Stitch Rovia Beach yesterday after I started filming, and then we took a break, and then I did 295 stitches yesterday before I went to bed. So here's where I got to. So you get 2 progress updates on this one. So it's so cute. So that is the bottom of the bee. So that's like the hole in the bottom of the bee. So I'm stitching it this way. But there we go. That's it. Now back to the other video. Now here's the big dude. And I'll show you, it's easier to show on this one, the parking method. So this is the one. Okay, so I am charting this cross stitch pattern myself from my diamond painting. I got the diamond painting, where the fun never ends, from Diamond Art Club. It's huge. I mean, it fills up my whole closet door. So it's like 5 feet tall. And I know even if I was still interested in diamond painting, which I like diamond painting, but it's not very portable, and it's not, you know, I have to have a spot to sit in, where cross stitch I can pretty much do it anywhere. So I think that's really what made me not want to do it, really. It's because I was spending all my time up in my room. But so it's this massive diamond painting. It's going to take forever to diamond paint. And it looks perfectly pretty the way it is, just with the clear plastic, and I can see the picture. So my plan was always, I wonder if I could chart that. So I am. It's taking forever to chart it because it's massive. But what I've done is I used my iPad, took strategic pictures of the diamond painting, and then used the edit, like you're editing your photos, to draw 10 by 10 grids, and I'm charting into WinStitch manually. I have now, let's see, I have gotten almost half of it charted. View mockup. So this is how big the full pattern is, and this is how much this line here is the middle. That's how much I have actually charted in WinStitch. So here we go. Now you guys haven't seen it because I couldn't get that video to upload. So this is 2 weeks worth of work, 3 weeks worth of work. I don't know. I just love it so much. There we go. So that is my Where the Fun Never Ends diamond painting 2-cross stitch. Now this is still gonna be big. This is like 10 inches wide. This is how wide it is. And it's like 26 or 28 inches long. So it'll have to have its own frame, like a special frame made. So that's where I'm at. It's a lot of confetti. This is the crazy parking method. So like I said, you do the 2 blocks all the way across and you park underneath. And then you end a block over. That way when you're stitching, you stitch over the threads on the back, and then you just snip it once you've stitched over it. She says she does that because it makes it so you don't get the lines where you've started columns. It helps with the helps you from getting those lines. So then when you move to the next row, you've got your parked threads started. And then I just grab whichever ones are in that, and then I'll do those blocks, park down here. And then when I get to the next one, I grab whatever threads are parked, do those blocks, park, you know. So this side is the completed ones from the top row, what's left to work. And then these are the parked ones for the section I've just done, or the section I'm working on. So I have 4 needle minders, and she uses shorter threads, so she doesn't have to have as much thread craziness to manage. But I figured that if I wrap it around, I can contain the mess and still be organized and still have the same length thread I usually use. So I'm not having to constantly add more thread. So there's that. And I got these needle minders from...
There was one where he stole the moon. For real.
Yeah, he stole the moon. Ah! Don't pull on that. I'm filming. You're shaking the whole thing. Ginger Stitch AU. And they are rubber. Stop! I just said you're shaking the whole thing. Please stop. Let go. Ginger Stitch AU. They're rubber. And then this little guy is a teacup and macarons. I got it from the dollhouse section at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I can't remember. I just thought it was cute, and I figured I would make a cute needle minder. These are nice because Ginger Stitch, they use the big magnet. Like they use a big rubber thing and then a magnet, and then you get your magnet for the back. So it sticks up far enough, I can wrap my threads around it. So I picked this needle minder because it kind of sits up off of it because of the little plate. So that is the big dude. And I swear I worked on it for a week straight. I did not work on anything else. But that also includes the days where I would sit and just chart the pattern. It takes quite a while. I'll show you. Where's photos? So I just have an album that's Fun Never Ends, and those are all my strategic pictures. So like I said, this is the diamond painting. It takes up my whole closet door almost. So what I did was I took strategic pictures and then used the edit to draw 10 by 10 squares. And then I go in to wind stitch and I just square by square fill them in wind stitch. So that's all the stitching. I do have a couple things of haul. This thing I saw and I had to have it because I got it for $5.99 at the thrift store. It's a folding ironing board. So when I need to iron my fabric, I don't have to try to get it all on this little 12 by 12 ironing mat. What's up?
I'm gonna run to Menards.
Ooh, Menards for what? Hey, okay, so it's the next day. We ended up doing a bunch of stuff yesterday. So, like I was saying, I got that little folding ironing board. I have gone through some of my whips and put some of them away that I haven't really reached for in a while. That freed up some scroll frames. And I had some that I had all the floss ready for, but I didn't have any fabric, and I'm not like eager to start them. So I went ahead and am in the process of putting the floss into my storage. But I started doing it, and so these are the ones they're going to go on the wood slats. And then these are all the ones that I already have on the wood slats, so they need to go on Annie's keeper so I can put them in the other one. I just don't feel like unwinding all of these right now. So, let's see, what other haul do I have? I think I pretty much just have digital things. I've gotten a bunch of patterns from Etsy and stuff like that. Let's see. Ooh, that's pretty. We're gonna have to save that one. Okay. It's a little different on the iPad. Okay. So I got this one. It's called Stitch by Numbers. And it's pretty cool. So you stitch all the black and then it gives you the numbers to color it in. I thought that was kind of cool. And then I got this one, Quaker Sampler Firebird. I just thought that was cool. And this is from Little Dove Samplers. It's called Fun at the Fair. And then this I thought would be cute for Maggie's room. Dog faces. I thought that was cute. Then that's the beach. So this is the other one I got. That's a 2-color pattern that I thought might work for those Valdani silks. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. That's that one. I know I showed that one already. Yep, I already showed all this. So that's what I've gotten. So I figured I would also, because I've made a bunch of needle minders. So some of the stuff I've bought at thrift stores to turn into needle minders. So I would go over the ones, which ones I bought and which ones I've made. Pretty much I've made most of these. Either with my button maker or pins that I bought. Okay, so these square ones are from the pin maker, the button maker. So I've made those. I made this one and this one and this one. So I wanted to make them to the match whatever project. Oh, and then there's Colors of Water up here. This I got from Etsy. This was a pin. These two were pins I got from Five Below. It says, I'm all that and dim sum, because that's dim sum. This I made a long time ago to be a cover minder. This is one I made. It was supposed to be for like resin. So it's got this lip so you can put stuff in it and then pour resin in it. And I'm like, ooh, that'd make a little thread catcher. So I've got that self-stick felt. This was a pin I found at a thrift store. It says Possum Friend. This one and this one are from Frosted Pumpkin. This is a, this was part of a set from Patty Wax. So there's the wolf howling at the moon, and then there's the moon that says I love you to the moon and back. This was an ornament, and this was an ornament from Walmart, and I just put magnets on the back. This was a keychain. This is just a googly eye I found on the ground, and I put a magnet on it, because why not? This was a pin, and it's official Disney pin. It's a Dilophosaurus. These were plastic gears that I put a magnet on. This was a keychain, and it's from the Great Wall of China. This is from Patty Wax. This was a keychain. And then, so there's peanut butter and jelly. Those were pins from Five Below. And this I got from Amazon, I think. It says Feel and Stabby. And this is from Walmart. We got them to put on our vest. It's a witch. There was a sugar skull too. It must be on one of my projects. But since I took some of my projects off of their scroll rods, I went ahead and put their needle minders back up here. Oh, and then this guy is from the Forbidden Fiber Co. one of the boxes. I think it was the Gamer box. This is actually the back of the needle minder, but the little rubber Kirby that was on the front fell off. So, but I actually liked that better than the Kirby anyway. And then I think all the ones on this are ones I've made. Yeah, except for the bee down here is from Patty Wax, I think. But everything else I put magnets on, and oh nope, this bee is from Patty Wax too, and her little antenna broke off right when I used her the first time. So these are all ones that I've just put magnets on. This is actually a little bookmark, but it's not strong enough to be a needle minder. So this was just a decorative pin. This was a pin that someone made, and I'm not a Buckeye fan, but I am in Ohio. So this was a pendant, so I put a magnet on him. I just did that one yesterday or the day before. This was for a bracelet. This was a pendant. This is really cool. This is one of the things I just got. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. It is a teeny tiny little stitched project. It was like a brooch, but it really is stitched on like well, it's like that meshy stuff that tutus are made out of. It's stitched on there and turned into a pin. So I was like, well, I have to have that for a needle minder. So I pulled the pin part off and put a magnet on there. Oh, Bye Buddy was from Etsy. But I made this one and this one and this one. Bloomy was one of the projects I put away. This came free with those wooden slats. They sent a few wooden things that they also make. So I put a magnet on it. This was, I think it was supposed to be earrings, but it says Believe. And then stitch. This and this are from Walmart in their little back to school section. They're backpack pins. And you got 2 for $1. So I got those because this one says Game Over. And then these I got from the thrift store, and they're actually two-sided. So on one side, this one says Rare Bird, the other side says Good Egg, but I liked the Rare Bird one. And this one says Cake, True Love, Have It and Eat It Too. And they say Pick Up Sticks Jewelry. And then this guy is a little pewter pie. And then this was a pin from the 90th anniversary of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So I turned that into a needle minder because he was cute. Oh, and then this, I have an idea for this guy. It's not a pop socket. It's one of the spin pops. It's like the generic pop socket, but I put a magnet on the back. I covered the plastic, or the sticky part, and then put a magnet on there. I'm going to try to use it as a parking bobbin. I thought I could wrap threads around it and squish it. I don't know. We'll see. It was $5. I figured I'd give it a try. I know it'd work with the pop socket because they stay down on their own. That one, I don't know if it'll work, but we'll see. So that's really it. And I just use a cheap dollar store cookie sheet. I put however many magnets I'm going to be doing down, and then you put a little bit of glue on the magnet, and then put whatever you're doing on top, and the magnet sticks to the cookie sheet so it doesn't slide towards the other magnets. So that's brilliant, and I can't believe I didn't think about it. I saw it. I think Adam Heartstitch was showing how she puts together her things, and I was like, a cookie sheet. Wow. I think I showed those. I showed that. Okay, so I cut Maggie's hair. Boy, it was terrifying. But this is just a life update, so I think I'm done with cross stitch. So if you don't want to listen to this junk, you can't. You can just go. It's fine. So Maggie, I cut her hair. Oh wait. Yeah, we're good. I'll insert it earlier. About every other day, we'd have a big fight, huge meltdown over brushing her hair. She didn't want me to brush her hair. She would be like, I want you to braid it, but don't brush it. Well, I have to brush it to braid it. But it was tangly, so it would pull no matter what I did. I would try to not hurt her, but so and she wants it cut short like mine. I'm like, no, you can't do it that short. You just can't. You can't do that. When you get older, you can make that decision. So I watched a bunch of YouTube videos on how to cut little girls' hair, how to get it cut straight. So the other night I did it. It was so much hair. I just cut to shoulder length. That way, you can still put it in pigtails or a ponytail, or she can wear it down and it won't get as tangly. So, but she's still paranoid and she still didn't want me to brush her hair this morning because she thought it was going to hurt. I'm like, you have short hair now. It's not going to hurt anymore. So here's a before on how long it was down her back. And then here is where it is now, to shoulder length. And it suits her so well. I mean, she looks great. And I trimmed her bangs last night after her bath. And then, what else have we done? I think that's really it. My mom got a new car. Well, a new used car. So that was exciting. The only problem is it's smaller. And Maggie's stroller that Mom kept in her car takes up pretty much her whole trunk. I said, well, you can put my stroller in your trunk and I'll take the bigger one. And she says, well, it's fine because she's not going to be in a stroller much longer anyway. Most of the time she walks anyway. So I think we're probably to the point where we're about to get rid of that stroller just because we don't need it unless we're going somewhere where we're doing a lot of walking, like maybe the zoo. But most other times we don't use it. And even the zoo, most of the time she's not in it. So we'll see. I think that's about it. Like I said, I've just been trying to kind of cut down on what I've got. I did get the pieces cut for the giant squid pillow. I got my pattern pieces printed out, taped together, so I can do that. I still have to watch some videos on how to use my serger because I want to do the serger instead of just the regular sewing because I think it'll last longer, especially since I know Maggie's going to want to steal it. Just because I had to put away my giant toothless because she constantly wanted to take him out of my room. So I definitely want to make sure he's put together better, so if she does get a hold of him, his seams won't pop. And that's it. Hopefully I won't have as much of a wait between videos. It was just, I was stressed out. I wasn't feeling good. It's been so crazy. So hopefully I'll be able to go back to once a week. And if it's not once a week, maybe it'll be every other week. We'll see how it goes. Now that she's in school and I'm working, and we found out she can't ride the bus because we live too close to the school. So I had to change my availability at work because I thought I made my availability till 3 o'clock because I figured she'd be riding the bus, and by the time I got home, the bus would be there and it'd be fine. But then I got the email because I asked, I'm like, I haven't gotten any information for the bus, and they're like, yeah, you live too close. You live within walking distance, 1.25 miles, so she can't ride the bus. I'm like, oh. So I had to change my availability because it takes me about 20 minutes to get from work to her school. So I changed my availability to 2:45. So when I get there, it should be about a couple minutes after 3. And you always have to wait in the line anyway, so I'll just be towards the back of the line. So that was a little disappointing because she has been wanting to ride a school bus for so long. Oh well. So I will see you guys next time. I will have more stitching next time because I'm going to work on the modern folk embroidery. I'm definitely going to work on my adventure time. And then I have the Stitcherubia beach that I did some more work on, so I'll throw a picture of that in, or I'll throw out another little video clip. That's it. See you guys next time. Bye.